I'm someone who doesn't like to be confined. Now, I haven't always been this way. I used to like to be confined. There's a great line from Hamlet. I could be bound in a nutshell and count myself a king of infinite space, if it were not that I had bad dreams. That's better than Ben and Jerry's, you know that. I could be bound in a nutshell and count myself a king of infinite space if it were not that I had bad dreams. That's the kind of confinement that I like. In there, eating ice cream. So maybe I should revise my initial statement. Because I feel confined by the certitude, the exactitude, the attitude of saying that I don't like to be confined. Am I confined by that? Is there any time where I could like to be confined? If I say that I can't be confined, then, or that I don't like it, then it rules out the possibility that sometimes I like to be confined. So to say that I don't is actually confining. I could be bound in a nutshell. Count myself a king of infinite space if it were not that I had bad dreams. Yes. I walk through neighborhoods, and this is where I really see it. Other people's confinement. Their closed-mindedness, and the way that they shutter their windows as I walk by. They don't know. They don't get it. They don't understand. I'm there in their neighborhood for them. That's my nutshell. I'm the king of that infinite space, so why shutter yourselves and confine yourselves in your houses, people? I'm there because things are out of alignment. I keep to myself, I'm on the sidewalks, but I see things. Hello, Miss Smith. What a pleasure to see you today. How's your walker? My walker? Yes. Looks like your walker is doing well today. Why are you asking me about my walker? You should ask me about me. Well, Miss Smith, I already know how you're doing. If your walker's doing well, then you're doing well, Miss Smith. If your walker's falling apart, then you're having trouble. Now you forget, Miss Smith, I have watched you walk for several months. Very happy to see your progress. That walker is fantastic. I think you found the right one. You know, I don't know if you're actually from this neighborhood. Oh, Miss Smith, I'm from the area. Yes, you're from the area, but you're not from this neighborhood, and you have a smart mouth, young man. talking to me about my walker, but not talking to me about me. Were you raised in a barn? A barn? Were you raised in a barn? No, Miss Smith, I was not raised in a barn. Well, you got the manners of someone who was raised in a barn. Okay, well, at least I'm not a farm animal. Well, I haven't gotten to that yet. But you talk to me next week and you ask me about my walker, then maybe I think you got manners of a pig, of a hog. Really? So, Miss Smith, how are your children? Now you want to know about my children. What about me? Do you never ask me about me? I don't remember if you ever asked me about me. Well, I do tend to ask you about you, Miss Smith, but I like to mix it up. You know, as I walk through the neighborhoods, I want people to realize that I keep tabs on their well-being. I've got a spreadsheet. You got a what? I have a Google Doc. So when I walk through the neighborhood, I talk to the various individuals, and I keep the information in a Google document. What's a Google document? It's a spreadsheet online that Google... What? It's a spread... Do you know what... You don't know what a spreadsheet is? I know what a spreadsheet is. Okay, so in the spreadsheet, I'll keep information about you, your children, your walker, your family members. Why are you keeping information about me in Google? That's dangerous. They're going to send those robots out here to get me. Robots? Yeah! Google's got those robots. And they come out, and I'm just here poking around with my damn walker. And then Google come out and send all those robots to come and get me. I don't think they're gonna come and get you just because I put down the information in the spreadsheet. Well, you don't know nothing, do you? Those robots will be coming out here anytime now, and then I'm gonna have to putter around a little bit faster to outrun the robots. Miss Smith, I do hope you enjoy the rest of your walk. You just keep those damn robots away from me. Keep them away from me. I can't move too fast with this walker. Miss Smith, I was just really happy to be talking to you today. Thank you so much. Will you just shut up and quit pretending like you like me and that you're very nice? You're not nice. You just have a spreadsheet and you're out there just spreadsheeting away. Stop it. Stop it. Okay. All right. Well, you can see how that goes. Miss Smith is a little cantankerous. And, well, I like to humor her. She likes to putter around in her carton every once in a while. She likes to share with me the various tidbits she gets from social media. That's right. Apparently, her children have got her a Facebook account. So, Miss Smith is there scrolling through Facebook, and nowadays it's just doom scrolling. So she saw something about Google. Oh, hello, Sam. What are you doing here, Pete? Well, Sam, I'm just, just walking through the neighborhood and updating my spreadsheet. You update your spreadsheet every day? Yes, I do, Sam. I do. I like to keep tabs on everybody in the neighborhood, make sure everybody is, up to snuff, as it were. I don't know. Yeah. Pete, that's a little creepy. You know that, right? I know. It's a little creepy, but people have been... they've seen me walking through these neighborhoods for years now. Are you working for the government, Pete? The government? Pete, level with me. You're working for the government, aren't you? No, I like to organize information and keep information, and I figure the more that I know about everybody that I'm seeing in the various neighborhoods, the more neighborhoodly we will feel as a collective, you know? Pete, right now I'm scratching my balls, playing a little pocket pool. That's about how I feel about you walking around through this neighborhood with your spreadsheets. Okay? Just put 8-ball corner pocket. Pete, we've seen you. We know that you walk through here. Okay? You got your jogging outfit and your jogging shoes. And we know that you've got some kind of, I don't know what they call it. It's called an iPad. Sam, it's an iPad. You got your iPad. Is that where you do that, what do you call it? It's my Google Doc. It's a spreadsheet that I use on Google. So anybody in the neighborhood, if they want, I can actually just connect them to the Google spreadsheet, and they can see all the information that I've gathered about them over the years. I mean, some of these are just dozens of pages long. Pete, you're working for the government, aren't you? No, Sam, I'm not. I just go home and I scroll through and I get reacquainted with all my neighbors, and whenever I get to greet them, I memorize a lot of the data. Sam, I mean, I know things about you, and I'm proud to say that I'm very current on your life based on what you've shared with me or what I've picked up as I walk by your house and listen to you and your wife talk, and I catch things through the kitchen window. I mean, I put it all down. It's all here, my friend. You eavesdropping on me and my wife? I wouldn't say that I'm eavesdropping, Sam. No, I'm not eavesdropping. I mean, you two are a lovely couple. Sometimes you get animated when you're discussing sports, and you know, it just kind of expands from sports to the kids, and then the bills, and then the mortgage, and that's all. I mean, it's in the spreadsheet. So if you ever want to see what you guys talk about, I've got a record. Sam, I mean, don't you feel like closer to people when they know a little something about you? Sam? Well, I suppose that depends on what they know and how they figured it out. Well, I mean, I just told you what I know, and told you how I figured it out. Yeah. Well, listen, Sam, it's been great talking to you. You know, you can check out any of the days on the spreadsheet. I mean, it goes back a few years now, and well, you've had quite a life, and I've been really privileged and honored to be witnessing it from afar. From afar, Sam. So thank you for that. I don't know what to say. You kind of charm your way into this neighborhood, and you don't even live here. Where do you live? Well, I just live a few neighborhoods over. You know, I like to get out and get some exercise, and I figure, you know, keep tabs on things, make sure everybody's happy and accounted for. You know, that's another thing. I'm just also a neighborhood watch that way. Not that I set out. Sam, I didn't set out to be a neighborhood watch, but invariably I became a neighborhood watch, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you know? Yeah, it's kind of nuts. Well, anyways, I'm gonna, Sam, gonna take off now. I think I see Rick over here, and Rick's been working on his garden for a while, so I'm just gonna drop by and say hello to Rick. So, Sam, fantastic chatting with you. Thank you so much for everything you do. Lovely wife. Lovely everything. You. Yeah, thank you. Okay. Alright, yeah. Rick. Hi. How's the garden coming along? The tomatoes. Those are heirloom. Hey. How you doing, Pete? I'm great, man. So, tell me about the heirloom tomatoes. They look delicious. They are delicious. Can I help you? Oh, I'm doing the rounds, just collecting data for my spreadsheet. God, I love it. And you're doing cucumbers this year? Yeah, I'm doing cucumbers. I'm sorry, Rick. Did I catch you at a bad time? No, not particularly, no. Okay, alright. Well, what else are you growing there? What else are you growing there? Why do you want to know what I'm growing in my garden? Why do you want to even talk to me? You strike up these conversations every day or every other day, Pete. And for me, I'm just a little bit baffled. Well, Rick, I mean, we're neighbors, and I just want to make sure that you're happy, touch base with you, and you know that I care, because I talk about, your garden with you. I talk about your garden with you, and I'm just here trying to make sure everybody's happy, okay, Rick, okay? Squash. I see you've got some squash there. That's fantastic. So, from the looks of it, you got some heirloom tomatoes, some cucumbers, and some squash. Nice. Rick. Very good. Well, I should remember to come by with a basket next time, because it looks like you probably have a little bit too few of the vegetables, and maybe you're wanting to give them away. Maybe you're just wanting to be a little bit generous with the vegetables. Pete, you come by with a basket, you can have some. That's not what I'm trying to get at. I'm just saying, looks like you have a lot. You maybe want to get rid of them, and if you want me to take some off your hands, good old Pete's gonna be here for you. Good old Pete, be here for you. So, yeah, everything's good. Everything's good with Pete. Everything's good. Everything good with you? Rick? Everything good? Good? Everything's fine. Everything's fine, Pete. Well, good. I'm just gonna update the spreadsheet, just, put in an entry about your incredible vegetables here. Maybe put a little note on the side that I should bring a basket next time I come to the neighborhood, which will either be tomorrow or the next day, depending. My mom's in town, so she might, you know how moms are, Rick. I mean, you can be a full-grown man, and anyways, my mom is just, she's actually checking the spreadsheet for typos. So it's kind of strange, because now my mom is reading about all these neighborhoods, and she wants to know extra details, and I'm like, just stick with this, today's spreadsheet. But she wants to go back and she wants to study everybody for like years. I'm like, Mom, that's private information, shouldn't, they don't know you. You guys know me. You know me, so it's okay that I got this information. It is confidential. It is on a Google Doc, but don't worry about that. Google they're not mining you for big data or anything like that, so Don't you worry about that, Rick. Pete, you don't know shit. I like you and everything. You seem like a nice guy. You come over here and talk about my vegetables, but man, you don't know shit. Google is reading through all of this data that you've been collecting on all the neighborhoods around here for years. Going around with your iPad, just putting in data. I mean, did you ever think about that, man? People not wanting their data on your fucking iPad, man? I mean, I know it seems a little innocent that you're talking about my heirloom tomatoes, but what makes you think that I want that information on the internet? You ever wonder about that, Pete? You ever think about that? Not really, no. I mean, yeah, a little bit. Did you talk to Sam about it? Well, I mean, Sam's a little concerned that I'm overhearing his conversations with his wife, but, he seemed to be okay about it. You know, people, what I've noticed, Rick, is people tend to raise a fuss about things and then they just yammer and yaw for a little bit and then they go about their business and forget about it. I've been doing this for years, so this is how it works. People throw up a little pushback and get a little irritable with me. I don't care, you know. I know in my heart I'm doing a good thing, you know. So, anyways, I've got one more stop to make before I go back to my mom. Don't want to leave her at home for too long. And, by herself. Anyways, so I'm gonna say goodbye to you, Rick, and I really wish you the best of luck with these vegetables, and yeah, I'm gonna come back with a basket. I'm gonna get me some cucumbers, turn them into some pickles, and I'm gonna put in my tuna, and then I'm gonna put my tuna on my sourdough bread, and then that's in the spreadsheet. That's in the spreadsheet. I have a spreadsheet on myself, Rick. Got a spreadsheet of myself. I update my own spreadsheet, review my own spreadsheet, so I know myself of the last several years, too. It's good. It's good. Good. All right, Rick. I like to see you down there in the dirt. Yeah, getting your hands dirty. I mean, before I go, you ever thought about wearing the gardener's gloves? Because I'm looking at your fingernails, and they are dirty, my friend. Pete, I don't give a fuck about my fingernails. Are you gonna put that in your spreadsheet too? Dirt under the fingernails? The way I do it, man, is I'm non-prejudicial. If I see a detail, I put it in there. I have been documenting your dirty fingernails for quite some time now. I don't make anything of it. I just want it for the record that you garden without gloves and therefore your fingers are dirty, and who am I to judge? I don't judge. I bet your heirloom tomatoes are fantastic because you're actually touching them with your fingers and not with gloves, and that's love. That's love. So brilliant. That is brilliant. I gotta say, I love the way that you touch everything with your fingertips. So good stuff. Good stuff, Rick. Thank you, brother. We'll be in contact. I'll bring a basket next time. Good to go. Off. Ooh, off we go. Some people get a little touchy. sometimes I think that, yeah, I mean, Rick doesn't even like me that much, and Sam is a little annoyed, and peevish, and of course Miss Smith, I mean, she's just an old lady, but people, I don't know, it's like they live in fear. What's wrong with me documenting their lives? They're gonna thank me, 5 years from now, they're never going to be able to look back and know what they did on any given day, but because I walked through their neighborhood and took down their information, now they know what they did 5 years ago. And I'm actually branching out. Multiple neighborhoods. How many neighborhoods do I go through on the daily? I think it's five different neighborhoods. Well, there's dozens and dozens of houses and dozens of people in my spreadsheets. And look at it this way, in case you haven't considered this, I'm building community. I'm building community. These people, and I really don't want to say it this way because it seems a little vain, but I am on the cutting edge when it comes to developing kinship between separate communities. Everybody knows they can come to me to actually learn about their own neighborhood if they want an upgrade. Okay, so there's a subscription service where if you want to learn about your neighbors in your neighborhood or in the neighboring neighborhood, you pay a monthly fee. Now, the data about you, going back 4 or sometimes 5 years, the data about you is always going to be free. Okay? So that's great. I'm creating a living diary of your life. But if you want data about the people in your neighborhood, and there's a subscription fee for that. And if you want data about people outside of your neighborhood in adjoining neighborhoods, there's even more of a monthly subscription to that. Right? So it's $50 a month to actually learn about your neighbors, and it's $100 a month to learn about all the other neighborhoods. And I make that a kind of a lump sum. So right now I've got spreadsheets on 5 neighborhoods. And so if you want information about the other 4 neighborhoods, then that's an extra $100, which includes your neighborhood at that point. So all 5. And some of it's spicy, not gonna lie. I mean, I'm not, when I'm walking by Sam's place and he's out there talking to his woman, I mean, it gets a little spicy sometimes. And, if Miss Smith is talking about her family, she's sometimes really unedited about it. She's got a little Tourette syndrome. Not literally, but you know what I'm trying to say. Not too much is spicy about Rick. He just curses me. I bet he would throw those tomatoes at me if he could. But listen, I haven't talked to him about an upgrade. I haven't talked to him about shit. I mean, he knows that I've got good data going back a few years. I don't know how far back, but it's something like a few years. I don't know if he's going to try to trade vegetables for an upgrade, so that'll be interesting to see if he tries that. I don't do that. I go with currency, the fiat. So, yeah, there's that. And I'm going to talk to Roger, because Roger's actually one of the early adopters. I'm going to talk to Roger about upgrading, because he hasn't upgraded to knowledge or information. I don't know if I want to call it knowledge, but data about all the 5 neighborhoods. He's actually talked to me about possibly joining my team. He would be my first. So we could basically have spreadsheets about more than just 5. I mean, 5 neighborhoods. I do this every day. So I don't go through the same neighborhood every day I guess, takes a while. But every other day I end up going through the same neighborhood, more or less. And with Roger, it's possible that, oh, well, here he is. Hey, Roger. I was just speaking about you. You were just speaking about me to who? Well, I mean, at first it was to Rick, but I was actually live streaming. You know, I live stream as I take down my data in the neighborhood. Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, well, I mean, how's the live stream going? It's going pretty good, man. It's going pretty good. I got a lot of followers. They're really interested in what I'm doing now. I've got, of course, as you know, as we've talked about briefly, I can't give away data about this neighborhood to my live stream, except for just kind of the superficial stuff, which is fine. Nothing that could implicate anybody, obviously. And so I wanted to resume our conversation from the other day about you joining the team. You still wanting to do that? Yeah, man. I love what you're doing. It's like, I don't know if this is the right word, Pete, but it's like avant-garde, man. This is the next wave of building community, because people are fucking tired of the anonymity that comes with social media. What? The anonymity that comes with social media? What I mean by that is, like, it's like people aren't connected. Well, on social media, they're pretty connected. Roger, no, I mean, they're not. You know what I mean, man? A little bit. Why don't you go ahead and tell me a little bit more? It's like the Twitter and the Instagram and the Facebook. It's like people are just all over the place. So you wanna, what do you want to do about that, Roger? Well, I want to get my first neighborhood. If you're cool with that, I want to start soon, real soon. Would you have an iPad? I found that the iPad is really the best. Phones are generally too small. You don't want to carry a laptop out there. Well, I was thinking that maybe I could do it on my bike and have the laptop on the handlebars. And then just whenever I need to stop, I can just kind of hold the bike between my legs. And then my hands will be on the keyboard and my elbows on the handlebars. And I'm not... Got a little gas here. I hope that's okay. I'm not super technical with the iPad, and I don't want to spend my money on an iPad right now, but I do have a really good laptop that I could actually, and there's a basket, so I could put a little plank over the basket and get some real stability there with the laptop. Okay. Alright, I mean, I don't see why you can't do that. I mean, as long as you think that it's not going to be too difficult to do all that at once, Roger. No, I think I have the skills to do it, and I like to challenge myself to do it. Yeah. And I like the look, you know, riding around with a laptop open. Whoosh. You know what I mean? People take me more seriously then. Oh, he's got a laptop. I mean, I saw you with that iPad. I took you seriously, but I'm not an iPad user, Pete. At all, really. So that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So when can we, Pete, when can we start? It's a great question. Roger, great questions. You want to do your own neighborhood? Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't do the neighborhood right next to my neighborhood. They know me more or less. I walk through there. I've had some barbecues. I talk to people, So I think that, or I could just take over my own neighborhood and relieve you of that duty. And then you could go over to the sixth neighborhood if that's what you want to do. I mean, I'm very flexible. I mean, I just want to get in there and get the data, and I want people to start understanding what I'm doing for the community. I'm really super excited about that. Yeah, so whatever you decide, Pete, I mean, really. Yeah. I see some real potential here for you. Absolutely. Roger, can you share with me more about your motivation for taking on a neighborhood? Usually we'd think that it's just, well, you say we? I thought I was your first. Yeah, I know, it's just a slip of the tongue. I mean, what I mean is, I would think that a few houses at first, but if you want to tackle a whole neighborhood, that's ambitious, but you must have your reasons for wanting to go so large. What are they? What are your reasons for going large? I just saw you doing this. And I said, that man is making a difference. You're using technology in a way that's beneficial. All these people in the neighborhood know that you got their back. And what if they all just suddenly slip into amnesia, bump their head, or anything like that? You got them. Okay, well. Okay. Do you know, Roger, that one time I was chased with a baseball bat? Really? Yeah. It's pretty bad. I almost lost my iPad. Really? Yeah, so, I mean, people can get pretty pissed off. You can imagine what someone would do to your laptop with a baseball bat. You... Wow, man. Well, what did you do? I just ran. Well, why did they come after you with a baseball bat, man? Pete, that's not right. What was it? What'd you do? Well, I mean, it was a couple years ago. I mean, I wasn't as seasoned as I am now. I mean, now I'm much more of a professional than I was back then. What'd you do, P? What'd you do? But you can tell Roger. I'm not gonna. Nobody's listening to us. What'd you do? I mean, I don't think it was anything too controversial. I happened to overhear one couple fornicating. Forno what? Fornicating. Copulating? What is that? Getting it on, Roger. At least that's what those words mean, is getting it on. Yeah, I happened to hear one couple getting it on, and he wasn't too happy about it. How did he know? Well, I was just, typing in my iPad, and sometimes it's faster just to do dictation. And I was dictating as they were making love, and I dictated some of the things that she was saying while they were making love, and so I had that on the spreadsheet. What'd she say? Well, Roger, that was not in your neighborhood, so you would have to basically upgrade. He's serious? Yeah. And you know what? This is the first time anybody would upgrade to having information about people in different neighborhoods other than their own, so you would be a front runner there if you want to know what she was saying. Okay, well, I'll have to give that some thought. I'm just really curious, but I don't know if I want to pay another $100 just to know that, Yeah, I understand. That was really saucy, I must say. I'll stop it now. You just pulled my leg. You just... Did you really? You just saying this because you want to upsell me, so I now pay you $200 a month? You didn't really get chased by a guy with a bat because you heard him, his woman making love, and all the things she was screaming out. Were you? Come on. Tell me the truth, Pete. Were you really? You just trying to get a little extra money out of? Go on, Roger. Yeah, man, it happened. Definitely happened. If you decide to upgrade, you'll see it. Well, damn. What did he say? He just came out. He was in his underwear, and he had one of those Louisville sluggers. All wood. And he was using it to point at me. The thick part was pointed at me. I'll tell you what he did. What are you doing? Oh, hey. What are you fucking doing here? Oh, well. Hey, oh, you know what I do. I'm just taking down notes, Chris. That's what I do. Hey, what kind of notes are you taking down? Well, Chris, just things that I was hearing. Like what? Just thanks. Just nothing in particular, just things, know what this is? Yeah, man. It's a bat. You know what I'm gonna do with this bat? Well, nothing, because I'm leaving, you know? I'm leaving. No, I'm gonna take this bat. I'm gonna fucking smash that iPad. Yeah. I don't wanna see you through this neighborhood again. Okay? Are we clear? Whoa. Chris. Chris, I have to come through here, you know? I've got my... I have my project. Chris. No, you don't have your project anymore. Okay, Pete? You don't have your fucking project anymore. Whatever you wrote in that spreadsheet of yours, you erase it right now. You erase the fucking letters, words, expressions, grunts, whatever it is that my woman did. I want it struck from the record. It's already kind of uploaded to the cloud. Uploaded to the cloud? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I automatically upload it to the cloud so I have backup, you know? So my fucking woman's grunts and groans are on the fucking internet? Yeah. But you have to get a subscription. People would have to get a subscription to actually get that information, you know what I mean? It's like, if anybody else in the neighborhood wanted that, they'd have to pay me $100 a month just to hear your woman, or read about your woman, you know? So no one, I don't think anybody in this neighborhood subscribed yet, so. No one has subscribed yet, Chris. Pete, I don't really like you. I'm doing everything I can not to bash your head in with this bat. If you want to live, you better get the fuck off my yard! Now! And that was it, man. So I would say that you gotta be really careful. Roger, you have to be careful. Because once you start collecting data, typing it into the spreadsheet, then you want to make sure that the person that you're typing about isn't some angry dude with a baseball bat in his underwear. You know what I mean? And honestly, it was a lot scarier than that. A lot scarier. Oh man, well I gotta say there, Pete, I love that story, man. You still got the data, don't you? Yeah, I still got it. That's one of my prized possession. I actually color code that. Anything like that gets like an orange color coding, so you're going to learn how to color code your spreadsheet so that you can look at the colors and have a sense for the data therein. And then of course you just can, you'll figure it out. You can put it in different folders. And one of the best parts about this job, honestly, it's not a job, but I take it as I look at it as a job there, Roger, is all the organizing of data. So, in a way, we're like archivists or librarians of the neighborhood, you know what I mean? It's like, even though Chris was super pissed, a year from now, he's gonna look back and he's gonna laugh at that. He's gonna be like, okay, come here, asshole. Listen, so, last time I threatened to smash your fucking iPad with my bat. Okay, I'm a little bit embarrassed. I'm over it. It was actually kind of funny when I went back and I started talking to my girlfriend, and I just told her a little bit about you, and she started laughing. She thought it was hilarious. So she doesn't care that her moaning and groaning is documented in your spreadsheet. She doesn't think Google's gonna do anything about that. I mean, suppose if you've got it on your spreadsheet, then our tech in the house is recording us too. So it's like, after a while, like, fuck it. So man, I want to just, Pete, I'm sorry for being a dick. I mean, I wasn't really a dick because I was in the middle of lovemaking, and it's kind of like you were eavesdropping on me. You weren't. But I was just a little bit passionate because I was making love with my woman, you know. So yeah, if I came out here with my bat and my underwear, and I did threaten you a little bit, and that's not who I am. I don't want you to feel like, yeah, I feel a little bad about that. I'm kind of sorry that I was that aggressive. I mean, I look back at it now and I understand why I was aggressive with you, but at the same time, I was aggressive, you know? So I don't want to be like, I support you, man. I support you. All right, man. Chris, thank you very much. Thank you. Very, very much. And so you see, Roger, it's like people shift, they change, and I can't exactly say why Chris shifted his tune, but he was cool. You know, he was cool. And maybe it's because he perceives that I have a certain amount of power now that I've got a spreadsheet that documents his life. So that's another thing to think about, Roger. I mean, do you like power? Yeah. I mean, why wouldn't I like power? Well, some people think that power is like the mark of the beast, you know. It's like we're in the end times, it's apocalypse, and there's the 4 horsemen of, you know, whatever. So, I happen to love big data because the way I look at big data, myself personally, Roger, is that I'm not doing anything wrong, so why should I care if they're watching me? I'm like, hey guys, I'm clean as a whistle. I'm sure they may look at me while I'm taking a shower, but that means they're pervs. It's got nothing to do with me. I mean, as long as I don't care. I could get pissed, like Chris got pissed, but what's the point? I mean, if they're pervs, and I can't do nothing about it if they're looking at me through the shower head. So that's how I look at it. How do you look at it, Roger? Well, I don't want any pervs looking at me through the shower head, so I would probably block the shower head when I was taking a shower. You would? Yeah, I don't want them block the shower head? If they're looking at me through the shower, yeah. Well, how are you gonna take a shower? Maybe I just take a bath. Okay. Alright, well, you plugged up one thing, and maybe I doubt they have a camera coming out underneath the faucet, so maybe that's okay. I mean, I don't like pervs looking at me, so if you're telling me that pervs are looking at me through all the tech in my house, then gotta do something about that. Sure do. What do you think about this neighborhood, Pete? All this talk about big data and tech and surveillance and pervs, I'm just wondering if we're also being watched by people who are using spreadsheets to kind of record our data. You know what? I do understand where you're coming from with that, but don't give it too much thought. You know, when we're out here collecting data on our neighbors, we're not in cahoots with any big data, any tech firms or anything like that, or media conglomerates. We're here fulfilling our civic duty as good neighbors. And being a good neighbor means taking down information. It's tempting to think that we're in bed with, the media giants. We're not. I mean, yeah, well, sure, I upload all this to Google Cloud. But are they really going through it? And if they do, these are just AI bots, just using algorithms to pick up certain words. And there's nothing that I'm putting in these spreadsheets that should trip any algo. Any AI bot isn't gonna all of a sudden send a SWAT team to storm any of these houses based on what I've written. I've never written anything that would do that. So, Roger, you don't have to worry about that bigger, sinister scheme that you're thinking that, we're watching people and people are watching us and we can't trust each other. See, that's the antithesis of what I'm setting out to do. So it's not about Big Brother. I'm not a foot soldier of Big Brother. This isn't 1984 where I'm going around collecting data on my spreadsheet to implicate people in the court of the law, like the trial of Kafka. It's not anything like that. So don't let your mind wander to these sinister possibilities. At the end of the day, when Miss Smith dies, and I'm giving a speech at her funeral, I'm gonna have a few 100 pages of spreadsheets to draw from. And I'm going to give an incredible in memoriam to her. And people are going to be brought to tears. And by the way, I'll probably get some subscriptions from that funeral oration. When people see how I've used all the data in the spreadsheet to give such a moving speech, I can imagine people are going to want to subscribe to, at a minimum, getting data about their neighbors in their own neighborhood. Maybe getting data about other people in other neighborhoods. And just think about that. I mean, how many neighborhoods are we going to have at that point? And how many other proteges am I going to have beyond you, Roger? So, try to frame things in a positive light. I know you just had a kind of paranoid moment there where you stopped and you just took it all in. That's a common thing. Whenever people are pursuing this line of work, and I've watched documentaries on this, and I don't know that how many people are out there doing what I'm doing, but there are people doing things similar to what I'm doing, raking social media for personal content of other members of various groups, etc. So, I mean, I don't know why they're doing that. What I'm doing is trying to engender solidarity, and having information about people is the way to do it. You need to make sure that you're pure of heart, okay? And so, frankly, Roger, I'm not sure that you're all together mentally. But that's going to work for your advantage and my advantage because you're pure of heart. So when you are out here doing this, people aren't going to think that you're some evil person because you're a little bit all over the place. You're kind of spacey. Yeah, I've always been that way. And I do think it's an asset to virtue. People gonna understand that I'm not here to cause trouble. Not at all. I'm here to do good. Yes. So, when do we start, Pete? I'm really excited. I wish that people would be happy. Pete. I see so much misery. And I can only imagine what someone would feel if they look out their window at me and I'm there typing away at my computer, propped up in the front basket of my bike. And I will try to keep it typing. I mean, I would love to handwrite it all, but it's never going to be fast enough. And then you'd have to transcribe that into typing and then send it to the cloud, and it's just an extra step and it's too slow. But I try to imagine, and I've spent some nights wide awake, happy, imagining someone looking through their window at me. Yeah. Happy to see that I'm recording their life. Wondering what it is that I'm typing out. Feeling a certain bit of excitement, but also maybe some fear. What has he got on me? And then, of course, I will clarify that I'm not getting any blackmail material on them. Not going to extort them. I mean, it beats mowing their lawn. So should I shadow you for that neighborhood? Yeah. You can shadow me. Okay. What neighborhood? Well, what I think we should do is just... You've convinced me that you're definitely the right material for this job, so we just start now. We'll go and we'll talk to Rick and then to Sam and then maybe Miss Smith if she's there, if we can catch Chris. Oh yeah, we can catch Chris. Let's go to Chris's. You mean the guy with the baseball bat? Yeah. He's cool. He's cool. What we'll do is we're just gonna ring on his doorbell. Ding dong. And we're just gonna wait for him. Hey, man. Pete? Chris? It's good to see you again. Good to see you too, Chris. I just want to introduce somebody to you, Chris, in case you see him in the future. It's funny, he's my student now. He's my first protege. Okay, all right, well, congratulations. What's your name, man? Roger. Yeah, I'm gonna be coming through the neighborhood on my bike and typing on my laptop. Pete told me about what happened with the baseball bat and yeah, he did he? I want you to know that I will I'm a little scared of you. Yeah, I get it, man. So listen, me and Pete, we kind of settled that. So we're not, I'm not gonna do nothing to you, man. You're cool, Roger. So what brought you to this line of work? Why did you decide to create spreadsheets about the neighborhoods? It's kind of a little weird, but maybe you guys are gonna catch on. Maybe you're at the beginning of a wave. I don't know. You're doing a good job, Pete. I checked my spreadsheet. You've got some amazing freaking data. I can't believe it. I love the fact that I can look back across my life and see all the stuff that I did. Sometimes my girlfriend's in there, sometimes she's not. I really dig it. I dig it, man. It's not, it's probably not for everyone, but I dig it. So yeah. So, Roger, you're a little concerned that I'm gonna smash your computer with my baseball bat? Maybe just a little bit. Chris, maybe just a little bit, yeah. Well, I mean, I can't imagine what you would record on your spreadsheet. I mean, what can you get from the sidewalk, right? Well, I wanted to actually talk to you, Pete, about some idea that I had, and maybe it's better to talk to you about it alone. No. Chris is cool. Chris and I, we have an understanding. Yes, we do. Go ahead. Tell us. Well, you know, when you see the behind the scenes of the movies, when you watch it, the behind the scenes, do you watch the behind the scenes, Pete? Yeah, Roger, I do. Well, yeah. You know when you're watching the behind the scenes for the movie and they have one of those boom mics so that person who's holding the boom mic is out of the scene, and then the mic hangs down just above the camera shot, above the frame. You want us to get boom mics? I was thinking that would be really cool to put a boom mic on the back of my bike. You know, like where they would put another basket back there, and on that rack, just put a boom mic there. And then I could swivel it, so I would be on the sidewalk with my bike with my computer right there on the handlebars. And then I'd swivel the boom mic to pick up any of the, maybe Chris and his girlfriend are, maybe they're talking about some fun stuff and it's too quiet for me to hear with my regular ears out on the sidewalk, so maybe the boom mic gets it. And I think if we want to sell that as an upgrade, we could just tell people that we would be swiveling the boom mic so that we could hear more of what's happening in their house, which means we can have a more realistic transcription. Wow, you just thought of all that yourself? You just thought of all that yourself, Roger? I can't. I get really inspired sometimes, Pete. Are you surprised that I thought about that? Because I may be a little bit, but I'm also I will be your greatest asset in the field. Special ops with my boom mic. You can depend upon me, Pete, to innovate, to be your right-hand innovator, because you are the innovator part for everyone. I like it. I'm thinking, though, that I will need to start off with the boom mic myself to warm people up. Because if they see a new guy out here with a boom mic and a laptop, and you might just get shot. They may not even try using a baseball bat on you, so. Okay. But can I tell you something, Pete? I don't want to tell you. I want to tell you, but I'm gonna have to tell you, because if I don't tell you, then I'm gonna get all constipated, and I need to be free. I need to be free to express myself. Pete, can I tell you something? Yeah, go ahead, Roger. I'm scared. Yeah? You scared someone's gonna come out with a gun? No. I don't have that fear. I'm afraid you're gonna steal my idea and not let me do it. Yeah, I'm not like that. I'm not like that, at all. I'm actually gonna do it because I'm familiar with Miss Smith and Sam and, Rick and Chris. I'm familiar. What we're gonna have to do is ease these people into the idea of the boom mic. Right? And who knows where this will go, because eventually we might get little drones that can come out of your laptop or my iPad, and they just go into the house, and then they're just going to transmit whatever data they're picking up there visually and auditorily. That might take a little bit, But it's, just to warm people up to the idea. But it's different because people understand who we are. So it's not like Google is going in there with their own drones. You know, that's funny though. What's so funny about it, Chris? Well, I mean, you're using Google Docs, Google Spreadsheets, Google Cloud. And now you're saying, oh, it's not like you're going in there with a drone from Google. I know, but and I hear you, Chris, but it's about who's using the tech. Like I'm gathering the data. Okay, I hear you. So, I mean, what's to stop you from gathering data that implicates me in something? Well, as I like to say, Chris, if you're not doing anything wrong, why does it matter if you're under surveillance all the time? It doesn't. You're not doing anything wrong. I don't want those pervs looking at me when I'm with my girlfriend. I'm blocking my shower, Chris. I don't want them looking at me like you don't want them looking at you. Ah, perverts. That's okay. When you get your bat and you want to go at the perverts with your bat, you can do that. Chris, I'm right on board with you, bro. Right on board. So, Chris, we're gonna move on here. I just wanted to introduce you to this guy. He's gonna be shadowing me for a little bit. He's good. And Roger, I'm just gonna be straight with you. You're different. You're different up here. And people are gonna be a little bit nervous about that at first, but if you keep showing up with a good attitude, people are gonna forget that you're just a little bit neurodivergent. Isn't that what they say these days? I'm divergent. I'm neurodivergent. Okay, that's fine. I come up with different ideas, the boom mic, whatever. I see the pervs in my shower. I'm neurodivergent, that's fine. Just want what's best for the neighborhood. Yeah. So, I'm what'd you call it again? What? You're neurodivergent. Okay. Do you think I should just tell people? Yeah. I mean, why not? You think I should just go up to Miss Smith and tell her? Hello, Miss Smith. I'm the new spreadsheet guy. My name is Roger. I'm neurodivergent. Yeah, I know who you are, and I don't give a shit about that neurodivergent crap. Okay, it sounds like neurodivergent. Oh yeah, it does, Miss Smith. I really like that. Neurodivergent. Yeah. Anyways, Miss Smith, I'm gonna be the new spreadsheet guy for this neighborhood, and I just want you to know that I will be recording data about you with utmost fidelity, and I'm going to serve this community so that everybody has a sense of what did Pete say? Solidarity. Diddy. Son, you are a little different. Yes, ma'am. I don't like different. When things are different, my walker's broken. And when my walker's broken, I'm pissed. So if you're gonna do this, you better do it right. Yes, ma'am, I'm neurodivergent. So I will be doing the spreadsheet correctly. I really don't care. Yes, ma'am. Be gone. Happy to serve you today, Miss Smith. Get out of here now. Yes, ma'am. And so that's I guess that's how I'll be introducing myself, as the neurodivergent. Okay, well, Roger, it's neurodivergent. And then you say it all together, neurodivergent. Neurodivergent. And then you put them together, neurodivergent. Not divergent, divergent. I beg to differ. I just need to say this the way I need to say this, and I don't mean to be disagreeable on you. I'm your first student, and I am super grateful to be here, but that is a very inspired way of saying it, neurodivergent. So that's how I'll be introducing myself to the various peoples of the neighborhood. Who's next on the list? If we go by today, after Miss Smith, there was Sam. Yes, Sam, similar to Chris, but not as revealing. Just an argument, really. So, what can we go and talk to? Can we go talk to him? You want to talk to Sam? Yeah, I want. Hello, Sam. I'm neurodivergent. You can't say it that way. Come on, Roger. Just neurodivergent. I'm different. Hi. I'm going to be the new spreadsheet guy for the neighborhood, and shortly soon you'll be seeing me with a boom mic, but presently I'm on my own bike with my laptop, and I will be taking extensive notes. I am more than honored to be creating that sense of solidarity with you and the neighbors, and I'm here and I'm working under Pete. Pete's my boss. Pete inspires me, and I just want you to know your spreadsheet's in safe hands with me. I will be taking care of it and uploading it to the Google Cloud for safekeeping, and of course, utmost privacy. No one should see your data unless, of course, they upgrade to get the neighborhood the neighborhood package, or upgrade even further, which is still something that Pete's trying to do with me, is upgrade even further to the multiple neighborhood package. So I'm here to serve. Okay, thanks. I think people are fucking nuts. Yeah, okay, cool. Alright, well, that was Sam. Who's next? Rick, the gardener. Okay. Is there anything we should know before we talk to him? No, he doesn't like me. Oh, okay. Yeah, hello. Hi, Rick. I'm Roger. I'm the new spreadsheet guy. The new spreadsheet guy. Yes, this is the familiar route of Pete, and I'm apprenticing under Pete. So I'm gonna be here with my bike and my laptop and eventually a boom mic, and maybe we were talking about a drone earlier. I don't know. I shouldn't tell you that because you don't like Pete. No, I don't like Pete. I don't like you. I don't trust what you guys are doing. I mean, I don't think you're working for big data or anything like that. Media conglomerates, whatever, but who the fuck needs people walking around creating spreadsheets of the neighborhood? If you ask me, it's retarded. I'm not feeling closer to anybody in this neighborhood just because you're out here collecting data on us and putting in a Google spreadsheet. Who came up with this idea that that's somehow going to create a community between people? Well, Rick, if I could explain. Pete, I don't give a fuck about your explanations. Okay? I've heard your explanations. They're stupid as fuck. Okay? If I could give you a complimentary upgrade so you could see more information about your neighbors by... No? So you want to give me more information about my neighbors so I can eavesdrop on their fucking spreadsheets and then I feel closer to them because I know their fucking secrets? No. Rick, it's not about collecting secrets. It's about a living documentary. A living document. A living record of the people around you. Rick, like, does anybody really know how much you care about your tomatoes, your cucumbers, and your squash? No, nobody knows, but I know. I know the TLC that you apply to your vegetables every single day, Rick. I know. And I care for you because I know about these vegetables and you. I care for you because of how much you care for them. Do you see how that works, Rick? Like, I want to give you a discount on your monthly subscription so you can upgrade and you can care about your neighbors the way I care about you. Because I'm your neighbor too. I don't live in this neighborhood, I live one neighborhood over, but I'm your neighborhood too. Just because I have access to all the neighborhoods and I'm not charging myself for a subscription because I'm the one who created it. You are a dumbass. I'm not a dumbass, Rick. I just happen to understand you better than you think. And I won't take it personally that you call me these names, because one day, I don't know when the day is gonna come, but I know one day, Rick, you're gonna see me for who I really am. I don't know, maybe it'll be at your funeral, when I'm giving a great funeral oration on your behalf, helping everybody understand how much you love your tomatoes. And they're gonna really freaking fall in love with Rick through my spreadsheets. Through Roger's boom mic and our drones, because, yeah, okay, maybe we're gonna get some drones, but it won't be evil drones. It will be drones on behalf of yours truly, so we can get the most accurate data and build intimate community. So I don't want it to be the last day of your life or just after you die before you appreciate what I'm doing for you, Rick. You got a lot of attitude toward me, and I try not to take it personally, but, and I gotta say, Roger, this is one of the hard parts of the job, is just this. Clients give you a lot of pushback sometimes. You just gotta take deep breaths. And you just... Rick, you really got under my skin today. I don't know why. Maybe it's just I've done a lot of walking and this is the end of my route. Maybe we shouldn't have started your apprenticeship this time, Roger. But you got under my skin because if you just knew, but you don't know the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, my friend. You don't know. Okay, so I just want you to know, Rick, that Roger may be taking over my route. We're still talking about it. I'm introducing him to people along the route so that, you know what to expect. You don't come at him with some freaking squash, okay? I know that you get temperamental sometimes. Everybody in this neighborhood is temperamental, by the way. I've been recording it in the spreadsheet. Fucking... Is anybody here nice? I mean, Miss Smith? Sam's maybe a little nice, but Miss Smith, she's a demon ass. And then you, Rick, I mean, you just want to toss your tomatoes at me. Chris is pretty cool. I mean, we had that thing where he came out at me with a baseball bat, but other than that, he's been pretty cool. Are you sure you're ready for this, Roger? It's demanding. All the walking that you have to do, all the typing and the talking. But what I find is most demanding, people's ingratitude. All the effort I put into creating these spreadsheets takes me to the outer limits. Outer limits of my ability, the outer limits of my mind. And we are trying to streamline this. This is our flagship enterprise. We get this right, Roger, you and me. Every neighborhood in America, eventually every neighborhood in the world. You gotta dream big. I read something the other day. If people aren't laughing at your dreams, you're not dreaming big enough. You know, it is difficult sometimes to believe, to even convince people that having all the information about them on a spreadsheet is beneficial and advantageous. Because they don't see the big picture. You gotta be a big picture thinker to see what we're up to. Yep. All my neighbors are on my spreadsheets. All my neighbors are on a spreadsheet. That's where I keep them. Safe and sound from oblivion. That's right. Miss Smith, Sam, Rick, Chris, they're all gonna die. But they will be alive in my spreadsheets for posterity's sake. Imagine a global database of neighborhoods. Billions and billions of spreadsheets. Cataloging everyone. It starts with you and I, Bump. You and I, Roger. And to think that it all began with a casual stroll, and had my iPad with me, and I was just like, took down a little bit of data about Mrs. Smith. And then I kept walking. This was the first day. Yeah, saw Sam, took down a little data about him and his girlfriend, and Rick and his vegetables, and then Chris. I don't remember what I said about Chris the first day. And then it just builds over time. It's all these incremental gains. They're called atomic habits. keep on keeping on, 1% a day, increasing 1%. Truth is, I know these people better than they know themselves. That's staggering. What do you think about that, Roger? I know you. I know you, my friend, better than you know yourself. Yeah? Well, wouldn't that be something, Pete, if one day I knew you better than you knew yourself and you knew me better than I knew myself? And then we would just come to each other just to learn about ourselves. I would come up to you and I would say, hey, Pete, can you tell me a little bit about myself? I've seemed to have lost access to my spreadsheet temporarily, or I'm just feeling too lazy to actually read it. Can you fill me in on me? And you could say to me, oh, of course I can do that for you, Roger. You're neurodivergent. You're solid. Arity. And then you would come up to me. Hey, Roger, you know, I've been doing this for decades now, and I seem to just have a little bit of... You know, I'm not all there anymore. What do you got in the spreadsheet for me? I just need to... need a little hit, because the drugs are wearing off, and I just need to get a little bit of hit. Just to read me one line of the spreadsheet, just so I can snort the one line of the spreadsheet. Seriously, Roger, you think I'm gonna say all that? Yeah, I do. Because I'm gonna innovate this business so that it's just really neurodivergent. Yeah, but I don't do drugs. Okay, so I don't care how much you innovate through your neurodivergence. Roger, I'm not gonna be doing drugs on the job. No. No. Pete, you need to listen to me because I'm neurodivergent. By the time that we are up here, things are gonna be so different with AI and nanotech and virtual reality that when we get a really good input, let's say on Rick the gardener, and we're typing that out, maybe the drone is giving us that information and it's just so, it's perfect. And it's gonna be so good, we're gonna go like this. And we're gonna sniff the line. And it's gonna be a metaphor for getting high off information about our neighbors. Now, of course, it's not gonna be like literal cocaine going into our nose, but it's gonna be the actual line of information, the digital letters. They're gonna go from the computer, the iPad, or whatever, the hologram by that point, you know, because I'm a big picture thinker. And then we're gonna get high off of the information that we learn about our neighbors. Of course, in many neighborhoods, by that point, hundreds, and it's that well-being and that solidarity of sniffing lines of information about our neighbors that's gonna make us so tight-knit as a community. And that's when the subscriptions are gonna go through the roof, my friend. They're gonna skyrocket. Mark my words, Pete. They're gonna skyrocket. Oh, yeah. protege, but not for long. You're gonna let me get away with that because I'm neurodivergent. I love this job. You haven't really even started yet. This is the way to start. It's just to love it, man. I love this job, Pete. In fact, when I was talking to Chris earlier, I was thinking to myself, Chris may be a badass with a baseball bat, and I'm terrified of him, but because I love to challenge myself. One day I'm gonna recruit him and he's gonna be my protege. Yeah. I might even let him walk around in his underwear. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I haven't thought that through yet, but I know and you know that we need something big. What you came across, Pete? Walking through neighborhoods and creating spreadsheets on everybody. There is no better answer to the dislocation and the despondency and the decadence of today's society. Right there. Now, I am confident that none of this information is going to fall into the wrong hands because I know who I am and I know who you are. It is only a matter of time before people learn to trust us for who we are. Because whoever we hire, as we spread from one neighborhood to the next, whoever it is, they have to be morally good people. Because whoever heard about creating spreadsheets for your neighbors, of your neighbors? Whoever heard of that? But one day, mark my words, you're gonna have like a whole library, shelves upon shelves, and books upon books. And spreadsheets. And it's going to become commonplace that the best and the only funeral orations are the ones given by us. Yes. Given by